So welcome back to the final video number 10. You're here with Tony V from Healing Art, or as I always say, art that has the potential to help heal you. So video 10 is all about exactly how could a piece of art like this help you heal your life, or and whether that be, as I always say, emotionally, physically, or maybe you just love it so much that you love to have a piece of art in your house to lift the energy of your house or your office, so that when you come into contact with it, then you're going to get the energy, a heightened energy from having it in your presence, in your space, so to speak. Yeah. So there are a multitude of ways that healing art can work for you. So one of the things, let's give you some examples, and then look, basically you can connect with me, and we'll have a conversation and see what's your outcome and what needs to happen to move you forward. So the different ways that we can work together are, say for example, you've got some emotional challenges. Maybe you suffer from anxiety, or maybe you're suffering from grief or guilt, or some darker, lower energy forms, anger, some hatred, depression, all of these things that really are quite debilitating emotionally, that hang out in your world. Maybe you may have taken some drugs already to assist you with this, but actually, how would it be we could free ourselves without the use of drugs of these sort of darker, lower energies? Now, what we need to do is consider how that could look. So we obviously need to bring the art into play. So with a conversation with you, we'll work out an outcome. We'll work out how we're going to do this. Sometimes it's a case of me producing a special piece of art based on your needs. It may be, even if you're in a locality where I can get to you, then we produce a piece of art together. That is something I really absolutely love doing. Yeah. So it's like a combination of healing energy and stuck energy coming together to push away that darker energy and swap it for something new. Yeah. So this commissioning a piece of art and creating it together is a really incredible way to use that. Now, maybe that you've got physical challenges, and it can be any physical challenge. Obviously, some people think, well, you couldn't possibly help my physical challenge. It's too far advanced, or it's too difficult, because remember, the mind can't necessarily see how the alternatives in the esoteric world could work. But if we could alleviate, often with physical pain, of course, we've got emotional pain going on as well. In fact, some people argue that all emotional pain turns into physical pain. So we'd definitely be chatting about that. And then maybe, again, we'd find some way that we create something that's unique for you. It may be I've got something in my collection, but it's unlikely. I normally create something unique to you for that specific purpose of healing you. And remember, we're going to use the different elements. We're going to use the crystals. We're going to use the symbols. We're going to find out what's really, really going on. We're going to use the colours. We're going to use the movement in the picture. And these pictures can be hugely different in their physical size. This actual picture that I've used all throughout these videos is only about a foot square. But there are little elements of it. There are little elements. So we could hone in, for example, on, say, one small part of this picture and start to magnify it. And when we magnify it, we see things we otherwise wouldn't see. So remember, we're all about healing, is seeing things from a new, more empowering perspective. So we will be using this picture in intricate detail, even if it's only a foot square. Now, I paint paintings that are right up to, the biggest one I've created so far was about 7 foot by 3 foot. And so, yeah, we have to have obviously a room in our house to put something like that. But if you've got a very big house, we could even make it bigger. We could do, whole wall, for example. Everything's possible. Everything's possible. But it's all based around what you need. So my job is to find out, what are your challenges? What are your emotional, physical challenges? Or what do we want to achieve energetically in a house or an office or whatever that would support the energy that you're looking to experience over the longer term? Yeah. So it all sort of starts from you looking at going, right, could I do with some healing in my life? What could that look like if I were to use the healing art to help me? And then basically all you got to do is have a chat with me. Yeah. Now in this chat, normally a chat takes like 20-30 minutes maximum. I am going to ask you lots and lots of questions. So be open to looking deep inside yourself, because what we're going to do is we're going to delve in there a little bit, find out what's going on, and then work out a plan that is going to see if we can get you. Remember, it's you healing yourself. I am the facilitator of the art and the knowledge and wisdom that we bring to it, but actually the whole process is about you healing yourself. Now, when people do this, it's pretty magical, because what they tend to do is they tend to want to go on and assist others. So in other words, they have these veils of darkness that they walk around with, whatever that looks like, tend to get lifted. And when they're lifted, very often we find that people then want to go on and assist other people to do similar. So who knows what that could lead to for you going forward. Maybe you'd want to go forward and assist other people, having lifted the veils for yourself. Now, how long does that take? There's always like, how long does it take? Well, there is no time frame. There is no time frame. Magic and miracles, as I always say, when you're using this sort of stuff, can happen in moments, and often there'll be little moments, little spikes of experience, which I can sometimes just call realization. A realization is a spike in consciousness or awareness of yourself that can be in itself very, very healing. So how do we work, and how long does it take? It depends. Look, if I'm coming to you, I love to come to people's houses because, we're in the energy, or if it's your office you want to be in, wherever it is, if we're in that energy, we talk about what we want to have happen, then we are going to create something special, either, me doing it or us doing it together, however that fits and works for you. So we've got the time frame where you are. Sometimes I've worked with people. Look, people have got a different pace. Some people are very fast paced. They want it all now and they want it to all happen really quick. And in this world, time doesn't really exist in the way that it does in the more 3D world. But look, if you want to be going quick, then obviously we do our best to do things quickly. So what does quickly mean? I have dropped things and gone, right, if somebody says, when can you come and how much do you charge? And I give those figures, I sort of say, well, I come on Wednesday and then I charge this much to do that. Then you're in choice as to whether you go with that. So we've got our resources. Our key resources are time on the one hand, money on the other hand, and we're going to try and balance that between how much time and how much money you want to put to healing yourself. Now, sometimes I've worked with people over a year. Literally, kept going until they've really gone, do you know what? I've got this change in my life now. It's really integrated into my world. All of that old stuff, rarely experience it now. It's pretty much gone. And I've had all sorts of things happen. So all of this will come out when we have this sort of what I call a consultation. As I say, 20-30 minutes. I'm going to ask you lots of questions, and then we're going to work out a plan that is individual to you, that fits both the time you've got and the budget you've got, so that it's a win-win all around. So all you have to do, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about this, is to IM me, personal message me, PM me, as some people call it, off of the Healing Art Facebook group, and then I'll connect with you. We'll find a mutually convenient time for us to have this 20-30 minute chat and see if what I could do to support you in coming on a healing journey, so that your life starts to open up like so many that I've helped in the past, with all sorts of stuff, but we're going to use the painting at the core of it to get you hopefully a better experience going forward. So that's it from me, Tony V. I really look forward to sharing some time with you and working potentially with you, using the art to bring about a better emotional, a better physical experience, a better energetic experience, in getting that mind, body and spirit to be in balance with each other, so our whole life experience feels more joyous, more loving, happier, higher, more peaceful, all of those beautiful words that are in the higher energy fields. So that's it from me, Tony V. Look forward to connecting you. Bye for now.